I wouldn't like defend Creed in the abstract, but when it comes to like when it comes down to Creed versus Nickelback, Creed wins like by a country mile.
I think they're this. I think they're actually kind, and I'll talk about this now. I think they're kind of the same band in a way. I think that the hate that Nickelback got was the same hate that Creed had, but Creed was less on top at that period of time. And that
made
like,
more interesting choices than Nickelback, who's like top to bottom just a boring band, just a mediocre, boring band that's hard to even really make fun of. Like the only real thing you can make fun of is the song with what's his name from Nickelback?
Chad Kroeger.
Him and Josie Scott from Saliva. Chad Kroeger and Josie Scott, the song off of Spider-Man. That's a real fun song to make fun of. Yeah. But the best way to make fun of them is that person who edited like all their songs together like 5 or 10 years ago and just showed how it's the same song over and over. That's the way you make fun of them, because it's nothing. It's just all nothing.
I do have to say that their cover. So this year they did a cover of The Devil Went Down to Georgia that absolutely fucking shredded. Like way better than the Korn version.
What are you saying?
I swear to fucking God. I'm going to play a minute, just a few. You won't believe this is Nickelback. I promise.
Didn't Charlie Daniels just die this year, Brian?
That's why they did it. That's why they did it. Here you go. Listen to this cover.
Disrespectful.
Listen to this. This is Nickelback.
Nickelback ain't going away.
This is. I swear, this is Nickelback.
No, this is so butt. This does not shred. This farts, dude. This farts.
No, it does not fart.
Sit your old ass in that chair right there and let me show you how the fuck it's
done. Come on, that's better than that is not that bad, really.
Dude, I'm gonna listen to this after this episode. That's how bad it is. I'm gonna make a point of listening to it again before I go to bed tonight.
Yeah. I mean, we got to hit that in the 2010s. We will come back to this argument when we hit the 2010s, because I think you're being very unfair.
Put a pin in the Dragon Force Nickelback cover of Devil Went Down to Georgia.
You're being unfair to Nickelback right now. That's shredded. That fucking thing goes, man. Yeah. Oh, I can't believe I'm being owned here because I liked something. You know, let's
I'm crying.
I know. Everybody's having a good laugh. But when the people that listen to the show are sitting in their car being like, Brian's right, that'll make me feel good. That's how I'm going to sleep tonight. You know? This is I totally forgot to play this. So
A song by John Snyder called "I Hate Cancer," and he starts off, "I hate cancer," and we all start. Well, a lot of people started laughing, and by the end of it, I was weeping.
He was so good. He was really great.
He was on Dukes of Hazzard, and he talked about how what happened with Alec Baldwin, because he was, he's around guns every day, well, on movie sets and TV sets. Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, Nip Tuck, all these shows he did, and he said it must have been a Trump supporter that went on the set and put bullets in that gun just so Alec Baldwin would be a murderer and kill people. No, he didn't say that. It's all such bullshit. Have you heard that yet? Oh,
No.
they must have put guns in that bullet or bullets in that gun. And
Everything bad that happens in the world happens because a Trump supporter did it.
Yes. John Snyder did not say that it was a joke. It was sarcasm. I was the last person to speak with Brandon Lee on the set of The Crow before he died.
Wait a second. Wait a second.
Oh my
Wait a second.
fucking! You're fucking kidding me. You're fucking kidding me.
This one took me by surprise.
You're fucking kidding me. That did not. No.
Felix, when Mancow clips are playing, especially watch your proximity to the microphone because Mancow does tend to really scream.
here we go. Here we go.
I cannot believe this.
I'm just gonna play that one more time so everybody can hear it.
I was the last person to speak with Brandon Lee on the set of The Crow before he died. Mancow, I gotta go. I'll call you back. Walked out on the set. Bam. All right.
So
No response from the guest because, of course, what do you say to that?
I don't think.
Wow.
So
Fucking wow.
If someone said that to you, what do you say? Like, because do you treat it as serious? Because that's the one that is a lie, right?
I googled around to see what Brandon Lee's last interview was, and if you Google Brandon Lee and Mancow, nothing comes up. So
I think he's saying it was a personal. It sounds like it was, or maybe not, but it sounds like he was just talking to him as a friend. Like he had just called him to say, like, "Yo, I'm working on this movie, Mancow." Really excited about it.
I mean, it wouldn't have been on a cell phone. That's one of the interesting. So it could have been an interview, or he's saying it's his friends, but there's no record on at least Google. Just Googling around, going 5 or 6 pages into the search terms. No proof that he was ever on Mancow. So, I don't know why I'm saying this because Mancow saying he was the last person to talk to Brandon Lee alive is the biggest lie he's told. He is such a
bizarre compulsive liar. Like I would really like to, like a see like a psychiatric report on him because like that is such a bizarre assertion to make. Even for a compulsive liar, like, why? What are you getting out of that, and why are you doing that lie?
Hey, Street Fight friends and family, welcome to the show. We're taking calls tonight. That's right, it's Sunday Street Fight. The number to dial 614-655-3887. You can come talk to us. We got plenty of room in the chat right now. And in the queue, and also in the chat as well. If you ever want to hang out, talk about what's going on in the show with other awesome people, head to twitch.tv/Street Fight Radio to watch the show. Support the show, and maybe eventually we'll get some of those cool sound effects things going, so you can totally fuck the show up too if you pay for it.
Would love it for you to be able to fuck the show up.
My name is Brett. My co-host is Brian. My hair isn't done because I partied last night. So excuse me if you're watching on the stream right now. If you want to support what we do, head to patreon.com/streetfightradio. Hito Brett's picking up this week again. We'll get that in the stream and get started on the next thing. But if you don't have the money or you can't do a $5 a month subscription on Patreon, you can always get access to our bonus audio shows by heading over to store.streetfightradio.com, where we have audio downloads of all of the, well, most of the extra shows, not all of them. There's also stickers, pins, and patches. And this week I am putting the brand new Street Fight Off Black shirt, is what I'm calling it. It's Steven, our graphics guy, his original design. And if you're on Patreon, I'll send that link for the 20% off sometime this week. Thanks for being here.
Hey,
How's
hey.
it going, Bri?
Oh, okay. I'm looking at the chat. Nobody knows what time we go on.
Yeah, everybody's usually confused by that.
It's simply 8 o'clock Eastern time on Sunday, 6 o'clock Eastern time on Wednesday. And yeah, the time change though, I've adjusted to the time change. I'm fine with it. I actually like it now. I hated it at first.
Yeah.
I was mad at it. So that's good. I'm okay. I had a relaxing day. I did Legos for a while, and then was like, whoa, I got to go to the gym. So I went to the gym, and while I was there, I realized I had to print off a bunch of stuff for the fucking doctor's office.
Yeah.
The godforsaken fucking doctor, always asking questions. I'm getting a new doctor.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, I bought a new doctor.
Wow.
And we're going to see how that goes now. Because my old doctor didn't do shit.
Yeah, she was horrible.
Didn't help me. Spent 10 years there. 13 years there. Just not getting anything, really. Probably could have died of something unknown, because really basically what she would do is she'd have me come into the office and she'd say, how's everything? And I'd say, I'm nervous every minute of my life and I throw up a lot. And she'd be like, yeah, I mean, that's the way life is.
That's just life.
Yeah.
Everybody
It's
does
crazy how life is like that. And I'd be like, all right, well, see you next month. And then she would give me some pills that don't work and I would move on. So now that I have a psychiatrist, I was like, I might as well go with a new GP too.
Yeah.
See if I can't get somebody looking after my health. I'm working out. Get everything working good for me. Everything could be going well for the B-Dog.
Sure.
Maybe. We'll see. I don't think so. I don't believe it.
We are working on a fundraiser stream, right?
I am working on trying to figure out this fundraiser stream situation so that I can get ketamine treatments to see if those are the things that'll help me. My therapist thinks that'll help.
Okay.
My psychiatrist hasn't said anything yet, actually. I can't disagree with the psychiatrist. She hasn't said a word because I haven't talked to her yet.
Oh, okay.
I don't know when my next psychiatry appointment is, but I don't think I'm going to tell her, but it's kind of like.
She probably thinks it's bullshit. But also she works for a different drug dealer, so. She works for Pfizer, so she's not ever gonna. It's like they're never gonna think weed is medicine either.
Yeah. Well, I think, that's part of the reason she doesn't recommend me do any of that stuff is because of the weed card. Because you know how that can be too. It's like you get the weed card and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, this guy doesn't need any medicine anymore. He's got weed.
Yeah.
That doesn't work and it makes you a bad person.
Yeah, he's addicted now to that. So we can't alleviate his pain in any way. We can't prescribe any drugs because now he's smoked weed.
Yes. So there is that. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I just I think like I have been nuts, very nuts lately, and probably 6 months in here, just like super depressed, and then constantly on a scale of 1 to 10 anxious, 9 all the time, every day.
That sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. It is bad. So I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna try to work out how to make you guys pay for it, and but also me do work for it. And if one person tells me stop buying Legos and I might be able to afford ketamine treatments, well, that would just make things worse.
Yeah,
for
you'd
me.
you'd have to spend twice as much on ketamine.
Yeah, I need those goddamn Legos. I need the Legos. You know?
Yeah, we need to. I say we need to set up a club.
I would love a club. I just spent $215 on an Ecto 1.
Fuck.
That car, the big long car that the Ghostbusters drive.
Right.
I bought that. And it's big.
Yeah.
It's a big boy. So
yeah,
I love it.
Well, I've had a great week since I've done something cool every night. But Thursday I went to go see Slim Thug at
I like him.
Scully's. Yeah. And it was a horrible show. I felt really bad because Rachel was like, I'll come over as soon as I get off work. And I was like, well, the doors are at 9. And she was like, doors are at 9? Because we went to some of these hardcore shows where doors are at like 6, you know?
Fuck that.
It's still fucking light of day. Because they've got 7 bands on the bill.
Trying to leave. I'd be ready to go home by 7:30.
Yeah.
Show starts at 6.
Well, then I was like, she was like, when should we get there? And I was like, I don't know, but whenever I go to a rap show and there's nobody listed as an opener, that means whoever pays money to open gets to open, you know? And we get there, and that's totally what happens. We get there at like 10, and it's just like people just guy after guy after guy after gal just going and doing their songs. And like rap is so hard to do live. It's so easy to fuck up.
I don't think I could. I think like it's crazy that they do it live.
They get like every like amateur rapper gets really passionate, and they're like, I understand it's probably sensitive stuff that means a lot to them, but they just end up like sounding like nothing. Like, this is from my heart, man. This is from my heart. And it's just, I don't know what they're saying. They just keep saying this is from the heart. You know, that's all I know, and you don't know what's going on. There were some people that were really good. They asked people to come up. One of my favorite parts was they asked people to come up on stage. They were like, hey, we got a couple minutes here. Who can rap? Who can really rap out there? And this woman starts waving her hand like really, really big, you know, like trying to get his attention. And he's like, well, I'm going to let you come up here. I'll let you come up here, but you can really rap, right? And she's like, yes, I can really rap. And the guy starts playing the beat. The DJ starts playing the beat. And she starts moseying up to get to the side of the stage. And the guy's like, all right, we're going to see if she can really rap. And she goes to walk towards him. And then someone yells her name. And she turns around and goes off to the side of the stage and starts like hugging somebody and talking to somebody else. And the guy's like holding the mic. Then the DJ starts playing. Then they're still waiting on this woman that's just like on the side, just hugging people and saying, hey, girl. And then someone else grabs the mic. And he was actually pretty good. It was fun. Yeah.
So the lady didn't rap?
She never rapped.
She wasn't there to say anything?
Nope. She went up there, got so close, turned right around. But so we sat through this, and I was like, it was about midnight, maybe 11:30, and I'm like, he's gonna go on like as late as he can. Like, we're gonna be here for a while. Do you want to hang out for 2 more hours? And she was like, yeah, I'll do it. He goes on at 1 a.m. He played for like 40 minutes. And he didn't even play full songs. Like, he just played some of his best guest features. Like, I got to hear the Guess Who's Creeping, Guess Who's Crawling, Still Ballin' in the Mix, you know? He rapped a Pimp C song. Like, he was just like, it was great. It was wonderful. It was perfect. It was worth $20. It was only $20, and I've wanted to see the dude forever.
Where was it?
I got to dap him up at the end, but it was a slog. It was so hard just standing there and fucking waiting for 3 hours. 3.5 hours, just like, what? And nobody wanted to fucking party. Like, the crowd was they were all like arms crossed, like, nah, you aren't shit. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. And everybody coming up there, people, like I said, doing their fucking best to be like, Columbus, we in the building, it's party. And everybody's just like, no, nope, nothing.
People hate partying now. And you know what?
It was Thursday.
I know the feeling. We all hate partying now except for Brett, basically. Most of the rest of us have decided partying is dead.
Yeah.
The only thing we do now is we listen to bad music covers and watch bad TV shows. That is the like. But Brett did take a bad TV show advice from me.
I did.
I'm so proud of you for watching that because I knew it was right up your alley. The vegan guy show.
The Bad Vegan show is amazing.
It's incredible.
So good. It's really good because it's paranoid ass like rich people or powerful people, so they have so much recordings. Like they recorded each other very early on. It was like we gotta get some of this down because this is getting real crazy.
Yeah. You can always get a lot of record. Well, everybody's recording themselves these days.
Yeah,
but this guy was like they were recording him like kind of on the phone without him knowing, which is that's where the cool shit happens. You know?
The guy was. I mean. It's so hard, like you said a million times, when you watch these people that get scammed out of all this money, or like, how does it happen? Can you really believe this? And the guy sounds so unhinged, you know?
This guy doesn't sound. This is a guy to me that was just like, I would have told him to eat shit out of my life within a day. It wouldn't have even taken that long. You know?
Yeah. He did a lot. He did a lot of screaming and yelling that was just unnecessary. But then he would go into like. He's like, it's gonna be hard. This is gonna be hard. We have to go through this. You have to have faith. Oh, I didn't mean it like that. I wasn't threatening. You can back out if that's what you want. You know, he just like, it goes from just extremes. And also, I do know, and I do think this would probably happen to me. After you've given somebody $1 million because you believe that like you are ancient souls that are like entangled together through all time. Mm-hmm. Once you step away and call somebody and say, hey, I think I messed up, you have to explain like what you believe and what you let happen. And I mean, she's still making bank off of this, I'm sure. The series.
I think here's one thing I would say. Once you give somebody $1 million, it is hard to, I mean, that's sunk cost shit.
Yes.
Because you're like, and secondly though, I think this woman was, I hate to call her very stupid, but I am going to, because the scam relied on something that was never even like explained or like in a smart way explained to her. Like, I mean, why do you need $17,000 4 times this week?
Yeah.
Why have you consistently nobody when you're wiring somebody $17,000 like the 3rd or 4th time in a week?
Yeah.
You gotta. If I did that in my mind, I would be like, this motherfucker's probably gambling.
Yeah.
This motherfucker's probably gambling. Like, you would just think that. And I don't think it. What else could you? What? Nobody else can spend money like that.
How can you burn through that much money?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's where I'm like, I don't understand why she wasn't like, I think this fucking guy's gambling. Because his whole story was that he was part of some cosmic space thing.
Yeah.
That her dog was going to get to live forever. But in order for her to be able to get into the cosmic space queen situation, she had to listen to everything he said.
Yeah.
Now, in my mind, I hear that. I'm like, what a great fucking scam. If you can find somebody stupid enough to believe that they can join your cosmic space fighting thing, if they listen to everything you say,
yeah,
and they have a bunch of money, great scam if you can get it. Just can't imagine it would happen to anybody. You know? And it happened to more than one person.
Oh, yeah. His ex-wife. When his ex-wife showed up, I was like, this is the best. This is so good. And that Nazim guy, who was like, he lost maybe $100,000 with them. And then he was like, well, you know, I'm not stupid. He like figured it out. He's like, I'm not going to give this guy any more money. But he let him work for him. So he was like, I'll meet celebrities and go and hang out at the casinos while you go gamble away all the fucking money. Sure,
yes.
I'll be your right-hand man. Fine with me.
Absolutely. So it's a very funny
good. Bad Vegan is great.
I just watched a really weird one last night. This is just a little 2-part guy. Not really well done, but really freaky because it's like this game called Perfect World. I think it's like a Second Life thing, but you can fight.
Okay.
These people are playing in this like Second Life thing. They're playing on a edgelord server.
Okay.
Right? So people are saying crazy racist stuff and all kinds of shit.
Right.
You know. one day, this guy, the guy that comes on there and he says all the most racist stuff all the time. He gets banned, but he knows one of the things, so he gets banned for a few days, and then he gets to come back if he says he's going to be better, and then comes back and he gets banned again. Yeah. And, you know, a lot of times, again, it is like this guy goes all the way in with like, I am saying the N-word. I'm like, for real, the shit, you know? And one day he comes on fucking line and he's like, I killed my mom.
Oh.
And these motherfuckers are like, no, you didn't. This dude sends a picture of his dead ass mom with a knife sitting next to her. They're like, you're faking, bro. That's not real. What is this, a prank? He's like, no, it's not a prank. I killed my mom.
Yeah.
Then, a half hour later, hey, y'all, I killed my grandma. He's just playing. He's playing this game. He's like, hey, y'all, I killed my grandma. And they're like, no, you fuck it. What are you up to today? This guy, he's fucking on one. But since he was this, like, racist fucking troll guy, everybody was like, nah, he's not. He didn't really kill his grandma.
Right.
Sends a picture. Grandma's dead. He's like, my sister gets home in a half hour, and I'm gonna fucking kill her. They don't know where he's from. They're like, maybe he's full of shit. Maybe he's full of shit. So they reverse Google search the pictures. No results.
Right.
They go to a Russian search engine where you can get other sites and no results. At that point, they know.
Right.
The motherfucker is actually killing people.
Right.
And then within a half hour, he's going to kill his sister. Within a half hour, he killed his sister. He's like, I killed my fucking sister.
Oh, he actually did?
He killed his dad, too. All of them. He killed his whole fucking family because they couldn't figure out where the fuck he was.
Yeah.
They called the police, which, here's a big call the police situation. The motherfuckers called the police, and the police were like, what do you want us to do about it? It's a video game.
Yeah.
The police they were so unhelpful.
Sounds like the police.
Like 5 of them called the police. 1 of them got laughed at. 1 of them got threatened to be taken to jail in Texas. Somebody else in another country got laughed at by the police. And I looked over my wife as we're watching. I go like, that's the police right there. There's the fucking police.
That's what you get.
That is the big, the police are here to protect you. They will fucking laugh at you if you say somebody from the internet killed somebody. They will laugh at you and hang up on you and threaten to arrest you. The police, I can't express how useless they are. I can't think, as I'm watching this thing, they end up finding him. But it's not the police that finds them. It's the other people on the server that somehow figure out how to find them. Like, they work and work and work, and when they find them, they call it was in Toronto, they call the Toronto police, they go there, and the goddamn kid gives up, and, you know, then, like, the fucking freshest thing about Canada is they'll let you have cameras in the interrogations, which I guess that's not fresh for people that are in trouble, but I did get to see the interrogation. But it was unsatisfying because the guy kept saying, like, I prefer to remain silent whenever they ask him why he did it. And it's like, fuck, I want to know why that motherfucker did it. You know what I mean?
For sure.
But, like, I just thought it was crazy because it's like, we go online a lot, and I wouldn't even say as a person that I'm not a troll. I would say I'm probably a troll at times. I am at times. I post things that I know are going to get to people, and when those people get mad, I make fun of, I goof with those people. That's trolling. I'm probably not the worst at it, but like, it is crazy, like, how much will be like, it's fake. This is all faking. They're faking. Everybody's faking. Always faking and joking around. And then, like, you know, sometimes maybe these people, because when every once in a while over the years of just even running around in the corners of the internet that I've been in, some fucking crazy shit has happened. People have died.
Yeah.
Like, just there are people that were around at the beginning that are dead and like stuff like that. And it's like, it's crazy because like this thing that happened in 2019. These murders. You would think in 2019 there would be some kind of protocol to try to figure out how to handle something like this. There's not. There's nothing. That's the police sit around and say, we need to be here to protect you. We need all this money, all this weapons, all this surveillance equipment to be able to protect you. They can't at all. For me, it's like, I don't know what occasion I could need the police for in my life that they could help me with.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Maybe if I left my daughter home alone and somebody was banging on the door really hard and there was a cop 3 streets over and I'm 4 streets over, maybe then I could call the police and have them come over there and handle that situation. After I watched this thing last night before I went to bed, I just started thinking like fuck, man. At what point is there a time where the police are helpful? Is there really? And I also watch a lot of this true crime stuff where they're not getting a lot of the fucking killers.
They miss a lot. They think they know who the criminals are. It's mostly black teens, and that's what they're sticking to.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm watching that doc. There's a series out now about that fucking, and this is just something that popped in my head. There's a series on Hulu now about that girl that texted with her boyfriend who was committing suicide. Do you know that story?
Oh, she made him do it or something?
Yeah, that's what they say.
That's all I know about it.
But no. You're right to feel that way, though, because the way the story's told is that, like, she was texting with him and talking to him on the phone. And at times she was calling him chicken and saying, you really got to do this and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm watching this cop like try to chase her down in this TV show, this kind of fictionalized version of it with elements of. But I'm thinking about like this cop spending 8 hours a day trying to like chase down this woman's texts and like reading her texts, and then like she's gonna go to jail for murder when that doesn't feel. She's a crazy. I think she's pretty crazy. I watched a doc about her when we were on tour on the airplane flying home.
Okay.
She seems a little wild. Like,
yeah, obviously.
Yeah, and she wanted, like, she was one of those people that kicks into high gear when somebody dies. Obviously, but that's not a crime. My mom does that. Like, there's a certain type of person when somebody dies, they fucking, that's when their world lights up and is better than it's ever been in their entire life.
Yeah.
My mom loves to tell me somebody's dying or somebody has died. It doesn't matter who the person is. It doesn't matter how I know the person. It's just the second a death happens, they light up. And that's what she did. She got like, kind of like, oh, he was my boyfriend. And, we were close, but they weren't really close. They lived like an hour away from each other. And like all this stuff. They texted a lot. And it's just interesting to me to think about, like, this kid died in his car alone on his phone. He suffocated in his car alone on his phone. He's dead. Like, nothing is ever going to bring him back. It's all over.
Right.
That's, maybe not what he wanted, but that's how he went out. Like, why is somebody spending time chasing down some teenage girl? You know what I mean? Like, what is the point in chasing her down? And that's all I can think about as I watch this show. Like, she needs to go see a fucking psychiatrist or something.
Yeah.
She doesn't need to be chased down by the police and interrogated and thrown in jail. And now you got people out there that are like, you gotta fucking lock her up and throw away the key.
Yeah.
That's what you gotta do. You gotta fucking lock her up and throw away the key. And I've even noticed my shit has gotten fucked up in my brain because we watched a thing about another country where somebody did something vile. And he went to prison. he got an 18-year sentence for murder. And I even was like, for some reason, I was like, seems short. That's not true. 18 years isn't short. Yeah. But we're so fucking... Our brains are made to believe that, like, people are supposed to get fucking 40 years in prison if they're within proximity to somebody that dies.
Yeah.
So, it's really weird, man. Oh, no. Now everybody's like another episode that I won't talk it. Oh, come on. I love rainbows.
What?
Nothing. People are saying, great, another happy episode. And it's like, well, we've never done happy episodes, so. No, it just is I think that about the police a lot. Like, I mean, what do they do? What is their job? What is the thing? You know?
Yeah. Just harass people and keep the violence away from the white people.
Yeah.
And protect their stuff.
It just is, can you truly go into your mind, and people in the chat, please, people on the phone can call, anything. Please tell me, Jason, you can even participate here. What is one reason that you would call the police as they currently exist now that you think would get you help? Can you think of one?
I mean, there's certainly some rampage murderer people that are still out there that I don't think the community is equipped to handle quite yet. I don't know if we have things in place.
Because the only thing I can think of...
Yeah, I don't know.
The only thing I can think of is if I'm in a car accident and my car needs to get towed off the street so that we can move along.
Yeah, they just register stuff for insurance claims.
Yeah, we could hire a tow guy. The tow police. Tow truck would get rid of 90% or like, you know.
Yeah.
I like the traffic directing. I love that. I used to love it when they would come and help me direct traffic as a cable guy. I know I'm supposed to hate the police, but that's the one thing they can do. People will not listen to a cable guy when he tells them to slow down. When you hold up a sign out on a street, you're like, hey, you know.
Yeah.
They're like, you a cop, bitch? They don't listen. So I guess there's that. But
yeah.
I can't see anything. Clean up a random death or I lock my keys in my car is one in the chat. So, yeah, it's everybody saying basically.
I would like for a cop to get shot instead of me. Maybe jump in front of a bullet for me. That's what I would call a cop for.
That'd be great. But people in the chat are the ones saying, like, you know, it's about the only thing is a car accident that leaves shit all over the road. That's what I'm saying. They're good. They can clean up the fucking roads. How about that? Because they ain't doing anything else.
Yeah, I mean, we said that's been basically their trunk should be filled with spare light bulbs so that if your headlight or tail light or any of your marker lights are out, a cop should pull you over and replace the bulb for you for free. They can clean up all of any debris from the wrecks and accidents and block the road, you know?
Yeah.
And that works for me.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right, we can take some calls.
I want to say one more thing. I did last night. I went to Brothers Drake Meadery. It was really fun. Wavy was there painting some live models, and it was a blast. I got to hang out with a bunch of art people and make some new friends. But Jenny Arcade was there from WCRS. It was nice to see her. So follow her on Instagram. She does a lot of cool parties and plays a lot of good music, and she's old school, so she does it on vinyl, and always a good time. Excuse me, am I interrupting your wrestling?
No, my whole computer locked up and closed down. Then when I opened it up, the wrestling audio was on. I apologize. No, I don't even care about this match.
And then also, who else was there? Oh, I got some art from this guy Flipco brand. Follow him. He was a good dude. I somehow guessed 2 people's names yesterday. I was like so That's on fresh. It. Yeah, I accidentally called him by his real name, and he was like, and I was like, oh wait, no, you're Flip, and he was like, well, yeah, I am, but you said my real name. Did I tell you my name? I was like, no, I didn't know your name. And so then there was this. Then I went to the bar to go cash out, And the bartender bought this piece of art, this huge piece of art that was like a woman with like her head in her hands. And she was like, what do you think I should name her? And I was like, oh, Caroline. And she was like, that's my name. And I was like, oh, well, I'm 2 for 2 tonight.
Your real name.
Yeah, I know how to do names. I know names.
Right on, man.
And the last one was Kat Trackus. She was there as well with a bunch of cool stuff. So checking them all out on Instagram. I'm probably gonna reach out to them to help with some T-shirt stuff in the future. It was cool. I actually Rachel made me do some fucking witch shit where you like write down your intentions on a bay leaf and you burn it. And I wrote down that I wanted to make new friends, and it worked. So I believe in burning bay leaves now, at least, for sure, for that much of witchcraft.
I came real close to doing something last night.
Yeah.
And then I didn't do it.
Oh, no, but
So,
you almost did.
This guy's going to go see Pup last night.
Why?
It's like that because I know the guy from Pup,
Oh,
Steve
fuck.
Slakowski.
You should have told me.
Yeah.
You should have got me in.
He messaged me probably
Oh,
like 2 hours.
You son of a bitch.
What? That was like 2 hours before.
So I got that time. I can do
And
that.
I was already in my pajamas. And I was all ready. And then Gwen was like, well, I'm staying home tonight. And I was like, damn, I don't get Gwen usually. So I was like, I'm going to stay home and sit with Gwen.
Yeah.
Which, whatever. I should have told you. I know. I just, like I said, I didn't know until like, I think it was like an hour before the show or something like that.
Yeah.
And I apologized and said I was busy. I was actually building the Taj Mahal.
Hopefully
But
they don't listen.
Steve?
Yeah.
He would know. He knows.
He knows what to expect.
Yeah. He actually did also help me out by saying, like, you also kind of don't want to come down here. It's currently Frat Boy City. And I'm like, well, yeah, that's...
Yeah, we are.
That's
yeah.
Isaac
I'm
campus.
born and raised here, my friend.
Yeah. I'll see you next time they come through, I'm sure.
Yeah. It was really fun though. Rachel is the best. She's hot, and whenever we go places, like the gals, gays, and theys, like just grab her and are like, "You're my new friend now." So it's fun. We were gonna take Molly before we went, but there was not a lot of people there, so it would have been us like fucking being disgusting, like in the middle of a room and not realizing, you know. So it was a smart move to hold back. And I love art events. I'm so happy to do gallery hop again. It's like so exciting to go and meet fucking weirdos. And like that one guy. The one guy I was talking to, he was telling me stories about how he shot mortars at the cops one time to get them to stop from pulling over some dude he knew.
Well, that's cool to do. I was like, fireworks?
Fireworks. He started shooting
That's
fireworks,
fresh, though.
and they stopped from pulling some other guy over and fucking chased after him instead.
That's like those fucking guys. That's like those fucking guys that try to save my life
Oh, yes, when you're getting towed?
when I was getting towed. Yeah. That was cool as hell when that happened.
Just create
man.
a bigger commotion.
Yeah, some guys. Oh, they cause so much trouble. Trust me, they cause way more trouble than ever possibly
Yeah.
could have been caused.
That was ever worth.
Yeah, because a guy was towing me because I asked them to, but they were some old crust punk guys, and they were just like, "You don't fucking tow him."
Yeah. Take it down.
And I'm like, no, I need them to tow me. You don't fucking. That's what the man wants.
All right, guys.
It's cool, man.
They were trying to be a knight in disgusting armor,
Yeah.
disgusting battle jacket armor.
Oh, gross, smelly armor.
All right, let's jump on the phone.
Oh, let me get my headphones plugged in.
Okay,
Should I
can
put
do.
my headband on? Do you think people would like that, or?
Headband? Do you want to do headband? Are you going to sport mode or something? You're gonna start your heart rate going up?
Hold on.
Oh, I saw this. I like the look, but you do you gotta play some rec basketball, man, if you're gonna wear one of those. You gotta be in a rec basketball league. Upside down Nike sign is a dope move. I always do that too.
It's because Nike's in distress.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah. You wear it upside down.
All
right, I'm here. Oh, maybe I'll flip it. I'll flip it. Okay. And by the
it's
way,
Newport if it's upside down.
here's what the B-Dog's going to do. I'm going to tell you that right now. If I do this fundraiser, I'm going to need right around $3,000. If I exceed $3,000, I will put the goddamn singlet on and get a picture.
Wow.
So, singlet for $3,000. I don't know when we're going to do the thing, but that's what I want. So, I will put the singlet on as soon as I raise $3,000. And yes, I am always a hoodie. I'm a headband guy now too. This is Jim Bryan. You call this Jim, Gym.
Right.
Brian. This is what Brian looks like at the gym. And then at the, I'll put my hat on when I'm in a normal
when you
place.
do your business.
But tonight I'm going to let everybody see Jim Bryan.
All right. So you're going to trade in some physical embarrassment for some mental health.
Yeah, for sure. So I even have been talking about maybe getting some bedazzlement on the old
crotch,
on the gimmick, on the
straps,
singlet.
Oh, like a wrestler style.
Maybe kind of go rest. Maybe here's what I'll do. Maybe I'll go see how much it would cost to get that goddamn shit airbrushed, and then I will put the singlet on. I will get pictures and all that stuff, and then boom, Brian gets ketamine treatments.
What would your airbrush be?
I don't know yet. Probably just street fight stuff.
Yourself?
Maybe?
Oh no, a street fight theme?
Yeah. Or
what about like a brick wall, like getting punched through or something?
That would be cool. Yeah.
What color is it? It's black?
It is a black singlet.
Have you put it on ever?
No.
You've never even put it on?
No, it's
Not
hiding
even
in my drawer. It's just sitting in a drawer alone. I've never put it on.
Oh, wow.
But I will put it on. I will let the picture be taken. And I will, but that's only for $3,000.
Sure.
We got to get to 3K.
Everyone's got a price.
Yep. We got to get to 3K and my dignity. I mean, I was going to say $3,750. Because then it would be ketamine and the Titanic Lego set.
Okay. I would go that far. I would do it. Let's do that. Let's make it that. If you're going to put on the singlet, I'll put on a singlet for $5 a month subscription.
All right, let's take some calls.
All right.
See how people feel about this.
Thanks for calling Street Fight. Who are we talking to tonight?
What's up, guys? It's Bear.
Roar!
Bear! What's up, Bear? How you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic.
I don't know if you're watching. I don't know if you're watching, but you're talking to a real jock right now. So, just letting you know that.
Oh man, I haven't. I feel like I should go look. So, I feel like I should check this out.
I'm wearing a headband. It's pretty cool. I'm taking the hat off and going headband. See, I actually saw myself in the headband when I went to print some stuff since I can never make a printer work. And I looked in the mirror as I was walking in because I forgot I was headbanded. And I was like, damn, I look kind of good in a headband. I'm going to go, maybe sometimes I'll go headband. Maybe sometimes I'll go hat.
Okay. It's a bold look. I love it. It's great for the summer. You got to watch the sun, though.
Oh, no, I got to wear a hat in the summer, though. I might get I was thinking about getting a visor, too. I was thinking about going visor look.
Wow.
Myself. I wish I could find some more stylish headbands. I mean, we went looking for headbands yesterday at the old mall because, obviously the mall's where the Lego store is. So I have to go there every time I get paid.
Right.
And I went to the Lego store. And then when I finished, I was like, I really got to... So I'm Googling, what are you supposed to do with a hat at the gym? What do hat guys do at the gym?
Yeah.
This is it. Headband. So there it is. You
could also do like a biker. I'm a big bandana fan because I have bandanas in like every color. And you can also roll them up too and make them a tight little band, or you can do biker style. That's my get down.
That was the other suggestion. I don't like it. I don't want to tie something. I know it'll come loose every time I go to do it. You know what I mean? It's like anytime you got to tie something, shoes for example, which this Wednesday, get ready, I'm mad at my shoes.
Uh-oh.
I'm fucking hot under the I got blisters that you've never seen in your life.
Hot spots, huh?
2 of them.
Off them new joints, the clouds?
These Swiss fucking engineered shoes I'm wearing got me blistered like crazy.
Are you taking it back? Well, we got to answer. We'll get it on Wednesday.
I'm thinking
We'll do the
about
saga.
it. I
on
am
Wednesday.
thinking about taking them back, man. It only happens on the elliptical.
Okay.
But I ain't quitting the elliptical. That's something I'm good at. So what's going on, Bear?
No, I was calling to talk about the job interviews I have lined up. To be an insurance salesman.
Oh no. Have you ever done sales?
No, not at all.
Okay, now let me ask you this. Imagine doing sales about something you don't give a rat's ass about. Sorry.
Dude, it's gonna be awful. I know. Like, I'm not looking forward to it. But here's the deal, right? I took like a assessment test on Indeed for sales, right?
Okay.
Like, they're just like, hey, you want to apply for this job? See how good you are at sales. And apparently, I got like a perfect score on it, according to like the Indeed scoring system.
Okay.
Like, I was able to pull it up and see that it said that I did phenomenal was the like listing on it, right?
I gotta explain something to you. Here's the thing. Nobody wants to do sales. And I need to find out where you went, and I will also take this survey, and I fucking bet you it'll tell me sales. Sales is the job that nobody wants. So when people are asking, hey, I'm a little aimless, I don't know what kind of job I want to do, it's always sales. It always sends you to sales.
I know a lot of guys that are very pro sales.
They make
a lot more money than anybody else I know too.
Everyone I know in sales loves that shit. That's like all they ever want to do.
But what do you? I mean,
it feels like killing prey.
You think you're up for that, Bear? I'm just curious. Like, what do you?
Are you
think,
a shark?
Bear?
Are you a killer?
Can you be?
Oh
not
God,
are
no,
you?
no, not at all.
Oh no.
Sometimes, I mean, being nice, friendliness goes the farthest in sales. You have to move in and out of like genuinely having a good conversation. I was all right with it because I can have conversations with people, strangers. I just didn't like taking money from them. I didn't believe in what I was selling, and I hated, like, I felt like I was setting them up. Like, I would call somebody out of nowhere, strike up a friendship over 10 minutes, and then all of a sudden I'm going to try to steal thousands of dollars a month from them for the sake of my company.
Well, it's interesting because I'm going to say this to Bear too. Brett was in sort of the same world that you're looking to be into, and I also have people in the insurance world, and I don't know. So basically, the way sales jobs work is you get a list of leads, and then you call those leads and you try to sell them insurance. Is that correct?
Yeah,
that's how a sales job. Brett,
yeah.
When I met him, Brett was selling the leads to the insurance people. And I'd really like him to explain to you how those were going.
Yeah, I mean, it was, yeah, I don't. There was we sold, and then we never had to deal with the people after that. But sometimes they would break through, and the people would be like, you totally fucked me over, and you're tanking my business, and this was all a fucking lie, and you screwed me out of several thousands of dollars.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, that I would worry about the leads. I would worry about people. You might think, oh, Americans, they don't want Medicare for all because they like their insurance. That's actually not true. People hate insurance so much. Like,
well, that's the thing. Like, nobody's shopping for insurance, Like, people have their guy that they tolerate, and I feel like that's done.
Well, people also, you're selling insurance? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Mostly what happens is they trick people into putting their information in. People want to go onto the computer and say, this is my info, how much will it cost me? They never want to talk to a person. They never, ever want to speak to a person. They want to be able to sign up online and never talk to a person. So a lot of those leads are generated by telling people, hey, find out how much you can get on your car insurance or whatever insurance, and then you fill it out, and then they're like, oh, we're going to call you about it. We can't say it over the internet, or we need to get more information, and then they sell that information, and then people get hounded.
Can I say also I'll say this too. People, and maybe I'm wrong about this, I'm going to see if the chat blows up, if Brett's head blows up. People would rather have an app. Like, they're not looking to have an insurance guy anymore. Nobody's looking to have an insurance guy anymore. They just get the goddamn app. I got Progressive right now. I just got away from Geico, both apps. I don't have an agent, right?
Right.
And if you're selling Progressive, fucking go for it, because they never want to talk to you ever. It's not good. It's not good insurance, but I haven't talked to a person. I signed up for it, never talked to a person ever. I just have an app on my phone. And I really do believe that most people do just want an app for their insurance. Are you thinking health insurance or car insurance?
I'm actually selling both, because I'm selling the interviews are for Allstate and for State Farm.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm really worried about you, Bear. I know that you've had a shitload of bad jobs or whatever, but I think selling insurance, you might be going too far with this one. I just got to tell you. I wouldn't have told you that.
You think this is the straw that's breaking the camel's back of shitty work? You think the insurance is too far?
I just feel like I think you're going to hate it. I hate doing this to people too. I really, really hate doing this to people, because I think when people find something they want to do, you should encourage them to do that thing, right? And I'm the guy that nobody really encouraged me except for Brett to do this thing. Right. And I ended up doing it. And but I think that when you're going to do something and it is something that will, for sure, you will take psychic damage from selling, being a salesperson. Barry, you don't read as a salesperson to me. And it'll give you psychic damage. As Brett said, you do have to lie. You do have to be sort of manipulative and fucking weird. And also, again, unless you can go to a person and say your insurance, if you get insurance with me, it'll be cheaper. That's all anybody's looking for. So I think it just seems like it would be super hard to sell insurance to me.
Yeah, that's also not true. I mean, if you're a good salesperson, it's easy to get people to jump in the boat. I think you should try and figure out, if it works for you, especially for if you're thinking about doing photography stuff still, you have to figure out how to drum up business and kind of how to ask for money and kind of pressure somebody to just pay you to do something. It's hard to get money from people, but there's ways to massage it out of them.
Bear,
insurance isn't the worst, because you can be like an advisor in some sort of way. So you could feel rewarded in the way that, this person is confused about how much protection they needed, or I saved them from not buying enough, and then their car gets totaled and they're fucked because they didn't have gap insurance or something like that,
Violent Orchid in the chat said there is somebody in the chat is saying that you can sell computers. There's a company, I believe, called Enterprise, where you sell computer equipment to businesses. At an enterprise software company where you sell software to businesses. Now that I could sit and lie all day.
Sure.
All day and all night.
That I would do. Yeah, that one's more fun. That one's a more fun risk to pull than insurance. Because I don't have to care about the person on the other end.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Because I also, that's again, like, where I think that, like, if you're listening to this show, you're not going to feel good fucking somebody over on their insurance. I don't think, and I don't know. I think you could make a lot of money doing it.
Yeah, the people that were good at it and like to do it are folks that I don't like. And I do like you, Bear. And I think the people that get off on it are really fucking... I could sell ketchup popsicles to a woman in white gloves. Like, those kind of types are very hard to deal with.
Well, the thing is, right, like, I got, like, a bunch of insurance companies that asked me at once to, like, apply for it.
Uh-huh.
But the 3 that I actually scheduled interviews for, they're all fucking salary positions. So I'm like,
oh, no.
I'm making salary straight from getting signed on, plus commission. So the idea for me is, like, just, like, sell to the most minimum amount of people possible until I get fired for not doing anything.
Yeah, that's a great move. That's a wonderful move.
That is smart, because also the commission's probably pretty good. And if you do end up selling some stuff, make some good money. Get out of there. Go do your photography and stuff. You might have it now. I thought it was a job. I should have asked if it was salary. Salary is where it becomes a problem. That's great.
There's also the idea of, like, I feel like I'm going to find some guy who's trying to find the cheapest deal on insuring his, like, 12 Porsches. And it's like, maybe I can upcharge this guy on everything. Why not?
Yeah.
Get him to give me the most money possible.
Yeah,
for sure.
For sure. Absolutely. I think you can do it. It's not that I don't think you can do it. I think you can talk. And, we've talked to you plenty, and we know you can talk, and we know you're charismatic. I think Psychic Gasoline even saying, if you want to try sales, go sell for T-Mobile. I think those people make a lot of money, or I can't say a lot, but good money.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Because
I've never seen any adults do it.
Well, that's a good one. But I assume, like, that you make the sale every time a person comes in.
There's this, like, 40, 50-year-old dude at my local T-Mobile who does it. His name's Paul.
Okay.
Shout out to Paul if you're listening. You're the coolest guy I've met in this city.
He's slay. He's got it then. Okay. I misspoke.
Does he make good money?
There are lots of awesome people making that cash.
Yeah. See, that feels easy too.
My friend is...
Phone store seems like the easiest shit in the world, and I'm going to tell you why it does, because nobody goes in there and doesn't get a phone. You walk in, you walk out with a phone every time.
Yeah.
Every person that walks through that door is a sale.
They're asking to be sold.
Yeah, they want it.
Oh, give it to me.
Yeah. So phone sales. I mean, and then you get a moron like me that comes in there, and you can tell him his phone bill is going to be cheaper, and then make it $100 more a month. Boom, you made even more money. So that's something. You got any other?
The other move is that I have, like, call center experience. I could put that on, like, a nothing customer service job somewhere down the line.
Have you ever done that?
No, I mean, I worked in a call center for about a week, and then promptly got fired when they found out I didn't meet the age requirement yet.
Yeah, it's call center is God. I think you could do it fully. I think anybody can do call center work. It is I don't know. You seem like a little bit different from me in that, like, we've talked and you don't feel like crying when somebody yells at you and stuff.
You probably do yoga.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to do Pilates, so.
You're not going to do Pilates.
I know, but I'm going to say I'm going to do Pilates. There's a Pilates place right by my house. I think I'm going to do Pilates.
Okay.
So I'm not going to do it.
Pilates is great.
Yeah. I mean, it seems better than yoga. I think you can listen to heavy metal while you do Pilates.
No, they do the incense shit there too.
Is there any way I can stretch without having to hear fucking boom? something, or have to think about a bud coming out of a tree or something like that? Is there like a non-hippy dippy version of stretching? Because
there has to be a heavy metal yoga somewhere.
Yeah, but I feel like Bear. I feel like I think a call center job for you might actually be a good direction to go. Here's why. You don't mind sitting, do you? That's a problem. Sitting is a problem, right?
Yeah, no, I'm fine sitting for a while as long as I get to go do shit after, you know? Like, you gotta have something to, like, bookend it.
Can you sit for 6 to 8 hours?
Probably.
Yeah, and can you handle getting yelled at for most of that? Obviously. But no, you might not. You might be able to do tech support, you know? Because I was doing tech support. I didn't get yelled at that much. But my mom was in the same call center. She was, this is the worst job ever. She worked for Priceline.com in the same call center. And 100% of the calls were about trying to cancel the flight that they got because it's at an inconvenient time.
Right.
Because that's how Priceline works. And 100% of the calls were you saying, no, you can't do that.
Right. And just fighting against a brick wall, just reading a terms of service back at somebody that didn't read the terms of service the first time.
Yeah, so that's one type of call center job.
But you get paid hourly at a call center. You don't.
True.
There's no more money to be made. I mean, you go into sales because you want to make money. And I think I would rather have the opportunity to make more money than just sit there and get abused on the phone for 8 hours a day for the same wage.
Yeah. I think
the only difference between that and what I'm doing now is just I don't have to move as much, which I guess is a small plus.
Yeah, and I mean, we've talked before though, and you said you don't mind getting yelled at, and sometimes call centers pay a little bit more
to get yelled at. Yeah,
they'll pay you a little bit more to get yelled at. Yeah, if you take the yelled at job, they'll fucking be like, hey, we'll pay you a good amount of money because people keep quitting all the time, and then you can also get way moved up in the company by doing that too, right? If you're willing to talk to the meanest people, you can make you can make really good money in a call center. That's all I'm saying, People want to see my muscles.
Maybe I should look into that then.
Yeah, I think
maybe
you would
become like a Yell-E employee.
Like literally all you do is you go in and then you be willing to be the manager that they transfer to. And those people make pretty good money, actually. And I think you could do it. They call it like the high risk or high level. It's high level call center. But if you're a person that doesn't take things personally like that, I gotta say, I would have been so much better at the call center if I didn't want to cry every time a guy said this is unacceptable. So
that feels like so. Though, this is unacceptable. That just sounds so ineffective to me. I feel like yelling that at somebody would gain almost zero response every time.
It actually gets 100% response, whether they say it or not. It would get you on the phone with my manager at the call center, and it makes me want to cry every single time. I'm not even fucking lying that anytime somebody says this is unacceptable to me in a situation where I'm not allowed to yell back, it literally makes me want to cry. It's the worst feeling in the world. Because it means that they are not giving up. They just won't give up, and there's nothing to say. There's nothing you can say to get them to stop. So, after a while in the chat says I need to speak to a customer retention specialist. That's smart alecky, actually. That now you're just taking the long way to say I'm canceling. Although I've heard, and I don't know, I can look this up for you, Bear. You know what I think would be a good call center to work in? Sirius XM. Because it's basically people call in and they're like, I want to cancel my Sirius. And you're like, hey, we'll give it to you for free for a year. And they're like, okay. And then you get credit for being a retention. Like, I think that seems great. And a lot of call center jobs these days now are letting you do it at home, which is another thing. That's like they'll set you up to do it at home. And I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I would go call center before I went sales. But it seems like Brett might go sales before call center.
I'm going the highest pay, which is
Smart.
sales.
Sales, yeah. Sales
The only determining factor.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. You're smart. And I think I hear you talk on this show. I know you can talk. You might just be great at sales. You might just. And hopefully you keep us, you don't get all busy flying around in your jet sales guy lifestyle.
Yeah, don't have too many Manhattans at the bar.
Duh. Have I ever told you this? Have I ever? I don't know if I've ever told this story. When I was in rehab, there was this guy in there that was a sales guy, and this motherfucker was top level sales. He was going out to dinners with the clients, and shit like that, man. And he realized he needed to go to rehab because he kept falling asleep at the dinners.
Whoa.
Like he
drank so much that he would fall asleep at dinner?
Drank so much, face in the food.
Oh, no.
Face in the food.
Oh, no. Yeah, that's a problem for sure.
He's like, finally, I'm taking care of myself. I'm doing the right thing. While I'm there, it's outpatient. The guy has a relapse and does the same thing while I'm there. And
falls asleep in the food?
Yeah. And I'm just like, I just wanted to say to him, I'm like, is there any like way you could reward yourself with like you can have a drink after you make it home from the dinner with the other sales people?
Yeah.
Like, could you get that? Would be a move. I can't believe people fall asleep in the food. It's very sad. But yeah,
that's
so don't fall asleep in the food. I hear that's bad. They don't like
hard.
that. Yeah.
Don't drink scotch before noon.
I've never met a person that fell asleep in their food except for that guy. I've never heard of that. My mom probably has, actually, to tell you the truth.
For sure.
Yeah, she's got slept in her food vibes.
I definitely have. not at a business meeting, but I've definitely fallen asleep in food before.
Yeah.
That's great.
I mean, I can see myself I've been getting really into these Jell-O bites lately. They're Jell-O, but they're like cut up. People who listen to Reach a Roundtable have heard about them. They're just cut up Jell-O, but
Jigglers?
Yeah, but they're sold at the store already done. They're a little more firm. I tried to make Jigglers at home, and they just weren't firm enough for me. These are a little more firm.
Okay.
And a whole
cubes of Jell-O.
Cubes of Jell-O.
You buy cubes of Jell-O. One cube at a time, or like a tub full of cubes?
No, I buy a bag
full of cubes Jell-O.
Cubes of Jell-O. It's 45 calories in the whole bag. Also sugar free. So I'm loving this. I'm loving this Jell-O. I'm eating this Jell-O
all that collagen
all the fucking time. And started to notice. First I noticed there's Jell-O on my bed sheets, which is a problem because there's somebody else that sleeps in there with me, and they see Jell-O on the bed sheets, and they're like, "Oh, what's going on?"
Yeah, no eating in the goddamn bed should be a rule for every house. That's one of my Jordan Peterson rules for life. Number 1, Brett Payne's rule for life: no eating in the goddamn bed. One of the worst things I ever did was I'll eat, because I wake up in the middle of the night and binge eat sometimes. I'll eat like Reese eggs. Reese eggs. Okay. Yeah, all year round. Whatever the Reese egg is. More than
for
one?
the year. Oh, don't even. There was a period over there during the winter when I was when the depression really kicked in this year, this run I'm on now, I was doing 9 Reese eggs a night at least. The eggs.
The eggs.
They come in packs of 6. You can buy 2, get 1 free.
Oh, okay.
And I was eating 9 of them in one night, sometimes 12. And I'd wake up in the morning and my pillow would be brown because I drooled the Reese eggs onto the pillow.
Your whole mouth was lined with just Reese egg?
Yeah, with
and
Reese
just
eggs.
The spit just, ugh.
And then it got
and all of your fingers are probably brown too? You probably had residue?
Yeah, so it wasn't a problem when it was like, well, it was a problem, but it didn't seem like a problem when it was my side of the bed. But like I started like rolling towards, I started getting it on my wife's pillow.
Ew.
And I think that's where the problem started to come in. Where I was like, I
Probably.
can't really do this Reese egg thing in bed anymore because I was just eating them. I had 2 bowls in my room that I can run downstairs. I got these 2 bowls. They're plastic. I go downstairs, I fill one with Jell-O and one with Reese eggs. And then I come up and I lay in bed and watch TV with my fan on me.
You were like a Saint Bernard, like slobbering chocolate slobber all over the bed.
Oh, somebody said no eating in the bed or in the toilet. Well, on the way upstairs with the Jell-O in the bowl in my hand, sometimes I have to stop and take a piss and I'll just stand there and pee, and then I'll wake up in the morning and be goddamn Jell-O on the toilet because I'm eating while I'm peeing. You know?
And the Jell-O falls?
Yeah, sometimes. There's Jell-O all over that house, dude. If anybody knew how much Jell-O there is, there's Jell-O all over all the Legos. There's Jell-O in all the Lego books. The blankets in my living room all have Jell-O on them.
This is like
the floor has Jell-O. There's Jell-O. There couldn't be more Jell-O in my house.
It's like living like a toddler.
It's true. It's true. The only time I ever really learned not to eat in the bathroom was when I was like 13, I was in a hurry to get things done, like people say, you know. And I go get home from school, I'd make some peanut butter toast, and then I'd sit down on the toilet to take a shit and eat the peanut butter toast.
No.
And
stop.
One day but I stopped now.
Okay.
But
You don't do that anymore.
But I would get outside with my friends. I'd be scratching my fucking nut area the whole time because I had fucking toast crumbs in my pubes. You can't not get toast crumbs.
Yeah, it's gonna
And you're
fall.
sitting on
It's
the
falling into your
toilet.
lap.
Yeah.
You didn't even have a plate on your lap?
No, I brought the toast in and sat it on my knee.
Ah!
Well, I don't know what's wrong with that. It's the same
It's the
thing.
same skin, yeah. It's fine.
It's all good. It's all good.
I just don't know what was so important that you couldn't separate those two activities.
Because I wanted to get outside and play.
Okay. I get
Okay?
it. Fair.
And
That's
fucking
fair.
no, I'm gonna sit around and wait for the toast. Then I'm gonna wait to eat it. Then I'm gonna wait to shit. I can do it all at the same time. I can make the toast, go in the bathroom,
Life hacking.
hold it in each hand, and eat it while I shit. That's what I don't eat on the toilet anymore. I only eat when I'm peeing now.
Okay. So
Somebody told me recently it's too hard to look at your phone while you pee, and I'm like, what the fuck is your problem? Who doesn't look at their phone while they pee? I have to look at my phone while I pee.
Really? Otherwise you can't do it?
I won't
just
eat
get
while I'm
bored.
in the bathroom and also have the shower running. It's just like not right.
You have the shower running? Wait, what'd you say?
I said I wouldn't eat in my bathroom unless I also had the shower running.
Ew.
And also like, see, like I could like eat a sandwich or something while I'm waiting for like a bath to run, or like while I'm waiting on the water to heat up. But I couldn't do it in any other circumstance.
No, the steam is like, just thinking about all my food getting steamed by that water.
Yeah.
That shower water. I don't want any of that on my
I
food.
mean, people drink in the
I
shower
don't want
and it's not a
dewy
big deal.
food.
It's no problem, shower beers. But when somebody wants to eat in the bathroom, it becomes a problem.
Oh, I guess we're going to have to continue the debate next time. Thanks for calling in,
Thanks
Bear.
for
We
all,
appreciate
Bear.
it.
We got to roll through this queue.
Hell yeah. Have a good night, guys.
Peace.
Peace.
Oh, my God.
Gel bites. That's what they're called.
Jail bites?
Gel bites.
Jail bite. New from Jello, jail bites.
They sell them at Kroger's. They're called Kroger brand gel bites. $1.99, and I go in every few days and I buy 7 bags of them.
For how much?
It's $14. Get about 7 bags. I buy all the ones they have. Basically, I go in, they got black cherry gel bites, I buy them out. And then I have found out recently there's somebody else buying them out.
Oh, so you're in competition.
Yeah, because when I first started buying them, they were 10 for $10. That's $1.
Yeah.
Now they're $1.99 because I'm buying them out all the time. And then there's another person buying them out. This lady, because I went to pay for my gel bites at the pharmacy. And I said to the lady, she's like, oh, those are so good. And I'm like, oh, I know. And she's like, we're always running out. And I'm like, I know. I come in every 3 days and buy them all.
Yeah. I'm the reason.
And now
I'm the reason why.
I'm the man who buys the Jell-O.
Yeah.
And now I think she's also buying all the Jell-O now when I'm not around. You know
Oh.
what I'm saying? When I don't get in there. Because
So-
she knows.
She knows that, there's competition
Yeah.
for jail bite.
All right, let's take this call.
Thanks for calling Street Fight. Who are we talking to tonight? Hello.
We're here. You're talking to Sports Brian.
In the Madman.
Sporty boy.
Sports Brian
man.
and the Madman.
We're sporting it up.
Hello, Aaron.
Whoa, what's
skeleton.
up? Have you ever
haven't had
hit mute?
A skeleton in a while. The undead finally creep back into our lives as they're improving, of course. They're always trying to prey on our downfall.
Why is everybody saying every town has 2 Brians? There's Sport Brian, I guess.
Yeah.
And then Brian that eats on the toilet.
Yep.
Are those the 2 Brians?
Every town
I
has
don't
one.
eat on the toilet. Eat while I'm standing over the toilet. I pee standing up.
I mean, you throw any whipped cream on them gel bites?
Ew.
Come
No,
on, that's the classic. That's
I'm
a diner
trying
fave.
to fucking just eat the gel bites, baby. I'm trying to. Now you got me. I got WrestleMania on one screen, gel bites on the other screen, trying to find a deal on the gel bites.
What if you bought regular Jell-O, which is only like 39 cents for a whole tray of it?
Tried it.
And then you also bought gelatin and throw it in as a little extra firming agent.
I don't know. I might do that.
Well, I mean, it's really not that big of an expense. $2 for a bag of jail bite.
And also, like, sometimes I'll eat 3 bags in a day.
Yikes! Wait, how much per bag?
45.
Okay, that's
45 calories.
You might have found a good hack.
You could fucking eat.
You found a
those
good
things.
hack.
Yeah, I could wake up and eat those things and then all day till I go to bed.
You ever get fucking wild and just throw like some real fruit in there with it too?
No, just gel. I don't eat gummy bears anymore either.
These are your gummy bears.
Yeah, my wife will be like, I'm gonna go get some gummy worms, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go get some healthy gel bites.
Violent Organ, the gel bites are definitely not vegan. There's no way.
There's no gelatin that's vegan, though, right? You can't get Jell-O vegan.
Yeah, not that I know of.
Yeah.
There's somebody that's
Unfortunately, I
cooked
feel
something
for a
up.
lot of people. I feel for you because Jell-O is truly one of my favorite things in the world. But I'm sorry, everybody. They don't make vegan Jell-O. You got to eat fish spoons or fish bones.
I think also like cow bones. I think they like get it from cow bones.
Oh man,
Just bone shit. Agar, yeah, or maybe some sort of chia or aquafaba or something.
Yeah,
All right.
I really feel for you vegans that can't have Jell-O.
Goodbye, skeleton. We loved you while you were here. Please play your ribcage like the xylophone on your way out. Thanks for calling Street Fight. Who are we talking to tonight?
Hey there. This is Ryan.
Hey, Ryan. How's it going?
Doing good. Real quick, Brian, I just want to say I love your outfit. You look like, and I mean this in a good way, you look like you host a podcast that's called Talk Shit, Get Fit.
Oh, okay. That is what I do. This is a fitness podcast now.
Yeah, Fit Pod.
And it's just a guy that does sports. Big Sporty Brian.
I'll show my muscles. I can do the Popeye thing where you can move the bicep back and forth. Can you get a Can you do that? No, not there yet.
I'm not there yet. I'm not
get
lifting.
curls, man.
I'm not lifted up yet, but I promise. So a buddy of mine who works out I was talking to him yesterday. He got me started because he got lifted, and we were texting back and forth. This son of a bitch texts me a video of him lifting weights at his weight bench with big chains attached to it, just lifting. And I'm like telling my wife about it. She's like, what's with the chains? And I was like, they say it's resistance, but you can always just keep putting more weights on it. You don't need the chains. It just looks really fresh.
Yeah. I want to work out with chains.
Yeah.
Instead of weights.
Yeah.
There was this guy, like, I clean for a living, and sometimes when I'm trying to vacuum the floor, there's this one guy that always comes out of the gym with chains. He has this big old weight, like this big circular round weight, and he hooks it up to the chain. He's just dragging it with it, behind him, back and forth all over the carpet. And I'm just like, hey man, I'm trying to vacuum this. Can you please just like move that to the gym?
Yeah, that is weird. Like, to bring people that bring their own stuff to the gym is pretty wild. I've been getting grief because I don't bring a towel with me, but I think I'm gonna start bringing a towel with me.
They don't provide them?
No, they're like, bring your own towel.
You pay that much and they don't fucking clean a towel for you and have it ready to go?
$25 now.
Yeah, it doesn't. Guess how much it costs to wash a towel? 10 cents.
I agree,
10 cents,
brother. I'm with you. But they got TVs in the bathroom, so
yeah, that's where your towel money went.
That's where all my towel.
That's where all the towel money went.
I mean, you just use. They got paper towel things all over the place,
paper
and then
towel roll.
you clean it up, and then you just they have like soap things, and you just put that on a paper towel, and then you wipe off the equipment, and it's like whatever.
Okay.
I don't care. I'll lay in somebody's sweat. What's the fucking big
I also
difference?
don't care. People, you get ringworm, and I'm like, I haven't yet. I've done gross stuff my whole fucking life. Still get ringworm yet.
I'm one of the grossest motherfucker that's ever lived. I just said that I eat
Yeah,
Jello while I take a piss, and I've never had ringworm ever. I'm doing great.
Well, here's the hoping you don't get ringworm.
Oh, I won't. It's impossible. So what's going on, Ryan? Was it Ryan?
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, I'm reliving some pleasant memories I had. The weather's warming up, and every summer, it seems like every summer around here in this part of Oregon that I live in, summer is always like the protest season. And so with things warming up, spring is in the air. I'm remembering a good time I had around 2018 or so. So in 2018, the Proud Boys, they were going to come. They came over to the city called Springfield. They came because they heard the reputation that Springfield, the city that lives just across the river from Eugene, the big college town. So they heard the reputation that Springfield is a conservative bastion. The only real patriots live there and all that shit.
Okay.
So they went. They came over to the fucking Walmart, to the Springfield Walmart, thinking they were going to be in good company. That it was just going to be all nice, chest-thumping patriots and all that shit. But they were not greeted by welcoming patriots. They were greeted by a bunch of anti-fascists, myself included.
Nice.
In fact, the welcome was so cold for them that the SWAT team and the local police immediately came to fail out to put a line between us and them. And it was funny too because the police, they had all these big old billy sticks out, trying to intimidate us and all that shit. And it was like, all we were doing was basically just saying, fuck off, get out of here, man. Some of us were waving flags, the Soviet Union flag, the ANCOM flag, the Pan-African flag, shit like that.
Right.
We weren't really posing much of a threat. We were just telling these guys to fuck off. But the police, being who they were, they were all standing in line with their billy clubs and all that shit. But luckily, it went like that for like a good couple of hours, just standing there telling them to fuck off, and they were sitting there in their trucks and all that. And eventually, they just gave up and left. And so now I'm remembering that fond time, and just hoping that we can keep that energy going on. Proud Boys and related people inevitably come to the region again.
Is it looking like any of that's going on?
It's wild up there. That place is fucked up. When we played Eugene, there was like some guy. There were several people, but one guy was like, "Yeah, I got all." He pulled out like 3 of his fucking teeth, and he's like, "I got partial dentures because Proud Boys heard this was an anti-fascist bar, and we fucking fought them out here, like right in the street." Like my fucking head got bounced off the ground over there. Yeah, it sounds way more intense than even what we get here.
Yeah,
because we have a lot of country ass
it can
bullshit.
get really fucking intense.
Yeah, we have a lot of fascists in the
And
country.
it's something too because Portland.
Go.
Because Portland is even more intense. It's like sometimes I think shit gets pretty heated in the Springfield, Eugene area. But then I hear what my comrades in Portland are talking about, and I'm just like, man.
Right.
But there was some guys that tried to do like a trucker convoy thing in Salem. They tried to get that shit started, but it never really they never launched. They never really got it to work. And they kind of tried to do a thing too, where they tried to, they were going to do their own sort of let's occupy the Capitol against, the COVID practices and stuff, and that also didn't work. So I'm continuing to be hopeful that the Proud Boys and their like are going to learn that the Pacific Northwest is not their fucking playground, and that they come here again, they're going to get their shit rocked.
For sure.
For sure, yeah. I mean, that's the way you want it to be. And then get them to come out here, and we'll fucking politely tell them to eat shit, I guess, is what we do. Actually, there was a fight the last time Proud Boys did anything here. So it happens.
Yeah, there's going to be fights.
Yeah.
They deserve it.
Yeah. Well, thanks for calling, Ryan. That's a good story.
Yeah, no problem. Hope y'all have a nice rest of the call show, and hope the rest of y'all... Hope the rest of you have whatever. Have a nice day.
Yeah,
I'll spit that out eventually. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day. Have a good night. I just said have a nice day. Now you got me having a nice day.
Smell you later.
Yeah. I mean, for Pete's sake.
Good day tomorrow.
Yeah. All right. Well, Sport Bride says have a nice day.
What? Have a fit day.
Have a fit day. Have a good fit. Do some jumping jacks.
Let's have a pumped up day.
Let's pump it up. It sucks because I didn't even do my full cardio today, but I talked to my buddy again. I'm talking to the guy that kind of got me wanting to work out. And I'm like, how often do you do cardio? And he's like, twice a week. And I'm like, damn. Okay. Well, I'm doing great then, because twice a week doesn't seem like it makes any difference at all. I'm trying to get fucking fast, dude. No idea. I'm trying to be able to run 5 miles, no problem.
Sure.
No problemos, John Stamos.
Right. I mean, mostly, you got to figure out what you want to do. Getting strong and doing cardio are not exactly linked in the same thing.
Yeah.
You can't burn all your calories and build muscle at the same time.
Yeah. But I got to do it every day because of the smoking. Like I said, I was smoking there for a while. I just feel like I got to
run it out.
Yeah. Elliptical out. I don't know what that actually is, what that exercise is, but being able to do an hour of it nonstop is, I think, impressive. Pretty fast pace too.
What pace?
I get it to 5.5 miles in an hour.
Okay. I don't know what that is.
Me neither, but I started out
10 less than 10, 9 something.
It's 5 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like somebody help me here. Like a 11
minute
mile maybe, or 13 minute. It's not too bad. I mean, it's faster than I was going. So
okay.
I'm just going for it, man. And I'm just lifting so I can I want to be strong. I want to maybe be able to do this and have something show up.
Sure.
But I'm not looking to be ripped, And Afterwell says you don't need to punish yourself because you smoked. And it's like, well, yeah, but I plan to smoke again. So
it's coming back.
Eventually. Someday. I'm not stupid enough to think I'm never going to smoke another cigarette.
It's true.
I just love them so much.
Yeah. They're so nasty now. I can't believe I did it.
Oh, it's gonna happen again.
Oh, I'm
and
sure.
That's the way it is. 12-minute
I don't
mile.
mind. I don't mind.
Yeah.
I really don't. I'm not up to the 2 packs a day.
Yeah.
I was never up to that.
Well, yeah, and I had gotten up to like maybe 12 cigarettes a day there that last run I had going. So it wasn't too bad. I love them, but I got to keep I got to quit. I just got to keep quitting. That's the way I'm living my life. It's like,
I'm a quitter.
I'll quit.
I'll quit
for
anything.
a bunch of years, and then I'll maybe have another cigarette again. Can't do a couple a day. Tried that. Didn't work.
It doesn't work, yeah.
No. I did. I only smoke on tour.
Yeah.
And guess what? That lasted like 1 year probably.
Well, once we couldn't go on tour, though, COVID really fucked that up because I was in the same boat.
Oh, dude,
and then all of a sudden we were done doing the show, and I was like, I'm only going to bum cigs. And then it was like, no, I'm going to walk over to UDF right now and just stay up all night and smoke cigs. I was also, quarantine was rough on all of us.
Yeah, I mean, I was smoking a lot more then, but I was also full on smoking before we had to get off the road.
Right.
Like I was full on smoking cigarettes all day, pack. So yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Smoking is bad, but it's also like my grandma lived to be like 80 and she smoked Camel non-filters, and it's just like I look at that and I'm like, it doesn't kill you.
You get
right
that promise.
Yeah.
You knew you had those genes.
Yeah, it feels good.
All right. Sorry about that. Oh. Thanks for calling Street Fight. Hey, what's up? Who is this?
Hi. Hi, my name is Anna. And I got recommended you guys. Well, I heard you on Block Party and YKS. And then I got recommended to you by my friend JD. So I want to shout him out very quickly.
Thanks, JD.
But I've been really interested in this conversation about your health, Brian. Let me ask, have you tried, I don't know what they're called actually, but sexist-wise, they're called girl push-ups, where you're partially on your knees, but at an angle in order to do a push-up?
I can do push-ups now.
From a plank position?
Okay.
2 to 5. Yeah, I'll get down on the floor right now. Brett can watch me. I'm a sporto anyway. I'm wearing.
Give us a few.
I got the gear on.
Let me see. Let me see this form too. I'm really worried about this form. Don't do a Sean Hannity push-up. Let's see what you got. Okay, he's in plank. Butt is up. Yeah, no chest to the ground. Winged elbows. Okay, he's got it. You just need to be tightened up on your form.
But I can do push-ups now. I used to not be able to do one.
Well, yeah, I mean, if your chest doesn't touch the ground, I don't count them. But that looked like 0 to me.
I don't know if I can do that, but
yeah, I do knee push-ups too.
So you can build your way up to it.
I'm a whirl. I like to do knee push-ups, especially after you've like maxed out on regular.
Yeah, I'm going to keep trying, because I was just saying this to my wife yesterday. I was like, every time we sit down and watch TV, I look at the floor in front of us. I'm like, I should just try to knock out some push-ups.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to do push-ups, I guess. And my wrist is still fucked. I still use the wrist as a thing.
Yeah, you need to get the handles. I think the handles would work for you.
Oh, yeah.
The push-up handles?
I should.
Because then you wouldn't have to bend your wrist. You could keep it straight.
Yeah. But no, I don't.
Are you
I just
wearing
lift.
a wrist brace?
No, I should. I don't have a wrist brace, and I don't know if I necessarily need one yet. Sometimes my wrist hurts when I do chest presses and shoulder press, but other than that, it's usually fine. I'm just kind of doing I'm actually switching my trainer this week to a new trainer. I think my trainer got fired.
Oh no, Peyton.
I think Pay got fired.
Saying too much crazy political stuff?
Probably. I would lean more toward pervert stuff.
Oh no.
I don't think he did anything wrong. I think
he just seems like if you feel
He's just a starer.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's all he is. It's nothing. It's literally.
That's enough.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
what I'm saying.
that's the spark that lights the fuse.
Yeah. I just don't want to make it sound like he's an abuser or a bad guy.
Right.
He was just like a constant, like,
didn't know
tap you on the shoulder and be like, "Man, check that out," or "Hey, her over there on that on the treadmill."
Yeah,
that's my future wife.
You got to throw him into a kennel and spray him with a hose and beat him with a newspaper.
Yeah, I think that's what ended up happening.
Horny dog, yeah.
Because he was just he was just.
He was like fresh faced. He was like 19 or something too.
Maybe early 20s.
Yeah.
And like I said, he came in with a black eye one day and just, I don't know. He was very reckless with like talking about which girls in the gym are hot.
Yeah.
And like if he's doing that with me, a person who does not reciprocate anything at all in that department, then I imagine he did it to the wrong person.
Yeah.
Is my
that makes sense. You're right. Too comfortable.
Yeah. Just he's a too comfortable guy, and he's horny as shit. He's just very horny. I will try that. Do you do any working out, Anna?
Yeah, so my relationship to working out has changed very dramatically in the last couple of years. I used to do it just for aesthetic reasons, which was, in my opinion, and not in my opinion, in my experience, untenable. So I definitely relate to, I have to work out 5 times a day and do a lot of cardio. But I started battling my eating disorder, and it became more of a health thing. Also, I have a genetic bone disease. I don't know if you two have seen the movie Unbreakable with Samuel Jackson and Bruce Willis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, classic.
But I have Samuel Jackson. Yeah, so I have Samuel Jackson's disease, actually. The brittle bone disease. So and I started last year by July. I was in so much pain. It turned out I had arthritis in I'm 34, by the way. I'm young, but I had arthritis in my lower spine and my hips. And I have 2 slightly displayed, what are they called? Spinal, oh goodness. I have some spinal issues. And I was getting to the point where I absolutely could not walk. And it was a shame because I actually partially got fired because I was so exhausted from the pain, which was sucked because I really enjoyed my job. But I started battling the eating disorder, and it just became I had to go work out because it allows me to actually be mobile. So it's much more of a health thing. It's no longer an aesthetic thing.
Yeah.
Which has been much more sustainable because if I skip a workout, I do physical therapy twice a week, once on land and once in the pool, and then I do 2 aquatic classes. But if I skip some of those, I have so much pain, and I often can't walk for the weekend. So it's really just kind of become a non-negotiable thing, but also because I'm not focusing on losing weight and being hotter, conventionally, I enjoy it a lot more. I used to hate working out. It used to be such a burden, but now that it's such a health thing, I really enjoy it, which is just shocking to me because I've always heard that, but it really is true.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say this, I'm not seeing results necessarily, and I feel like I still like it. So, and I understand you don't see results right away or whatever, and I could be doing several other things wrong and stupid. But I'm able to do it every day, and I do 90 minutes in the gym. I do an hour of cardio and then a half hour of lifting or so, and then I go home. I have that amount of time, so it's fine. The shitty thing about me is that I am vain, and the only thing that got me into the gym is not going to be health. It is going to have to be some visual transformation or just.
Yeah. Well, eventually you won't achieve that, and it'll shatter for you, and then you'll figure out the real reason to do it.
I mean, it's not even like a full visual transformation. Like, I'm not trying to be like ripped and cut and stuff like that. I just would like to not have my gut. Basically, it's my gut, and then my very thin arms, and then my also concave chest. I'm just like not. I just toning up a little bit would be really fucking nice, and I think it would also feel good. And you know, if I think this is going to work for that, then I will just keep doing it anyway because I'm vain, and I'm very vain, and I also love a routine. So now this has turned into a routine that also feeds into my vanity and is making me, I guess, a little bit healthier. And that's the way I've been able to do it so far. Now my therapist is telling me I'm doing it incredibly wrong, but I'm trying not to do it wrong.
Doing it wrong, why?
Well, no, he just says that like you can't make everything in. My therapist feels that I take everything and I make it so it's just if I don't do it, it'll destroy my life and I'll feel horrible.
Everything's life or death.
Well, yeah, everything for me is like do it or bad things will happen, and I'm a very like. The way that I motivate myself is through sort of negativity and shit like that, like in negative ways. So like, you know, he's talking to me. He's like, hey, you're doing all the right stuff, but like, do you think there's a possibility that maybe you could be gentle to yourself?
Yeah.
Like, that's what he kind of, that's what I'm always
You'll get there
working
eventually.
towards. Yeah.
You'll get there.
Yeah. I mean, that's what my life,
Well,
I mean, I just
my
say
therapist-
negative. I have negative self-talk.
Yep.
Very bad at that.
Yeah. Well, my therapist, I had something similar. My therapist called it superstitious thinking, which was if I worried about something, that meant it wouldn't happen. And that because I had a series of coincidences where all the bad things that were happening to me were things that I had not thought to worry about. And that actually the only thing that snapped me out of it was I felt like in 2016, I was the only one taking Trump seriously as a candidate and thought he had a shot in hell of winning. So I worried about it all the time. And then when he won, it broke my superstitious thinking because I was like, I worried about that 100%, and it happened.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's
you
like
put
the
all
one good
your
thing to come out of the Trump administration.
God,
you put all your mental efforts into fucking shit up on that right there. Yeah,
that is wild. Actually, that's wild. Because I want to say that like I sort of only catastrophize. I don't think that big ever. I never think. I'm not very charitable when I think about myself, right? And like, so I spend all my time thinking I'm the bad guy in every situation, like wherever the situation's happening, I'm a bad guy. And the reason for that probably is because there was a period of my life where I was the bad guy in almost every situation. And, you know, I made a decision a very long time ago to not be mean to people anymore. I don't want to make people feel bad at all. Like that, my goal is to never make anybody feel bad. And I will jump through hoops to make sure that I'm the one that feels bad in any situation that happens. So like, if I think I'm going to make somebody feel bad, I just am like, I'll take it on. Don't worry about it. I'd rather it affect me because I don't want to be a mean guy and stuff like that. So like, you know, I think very lowly of myself. I have like really low self-esteem. So I just generally am always trying to figure out a way not to have that. I just don't know what that way would be.
Well, let me
start
ask
thinking
you.
about yourself like a bud
well, I
on a
guess I have
tree.
a few questions.
No, I'm never going to do that, Brett. You cut it out.
I think something that actually could help you with the negative self-talk about your body would be to actually do that singlet or that one piece, regardless of whether or not you raise the money. Because I think if you did that on your Patreon, it would be in a safe space. We'd have context for what you're trying to achieve. Also, I know that, and this feels personal to say, but I did listen to the episode. One of my favorite episodes you've done was when you had the YKS crew on, and you talked about how you don't undress in front of your wife, like it's done in the dark. And I feel like at least starting to be vulnerable and show a bit of your body that you might feel ashamed of to the people that you trust would be a good stepping stone to getting more comfortable with yourself.
I'll look at your dick.
No, it doesn't have anything to do. It doesn't have anything to do with. Yes, for me, it's like she shouldn't have to see that. That's the way my brain works. But like, I don't want to see it either. Like the other person that doesn't want to see me naked is me. I don't want to see me naked.
Yeah, but you like what you can do when you're naked, right?
I mean, I'm probably okay at it. You know what I mean? Whatever it is that you do when you're naked. I like taking showers. I'm real fond of that. Yeah. So I don't know. I really, really, really need to. I understand in my life that I really need to learn how to the negative self-talk. And I think this working out thing, as far as like looking the way I think, it might not happen. I understand that. I understand that it might not happen, this vision, but I also understand that what I feel is if I work out every day and I know I'm putting my all in it and I know I'm working as hard as I can, I hope that becomes enough to make me feel like a better person, I guess.
It does, yeah.
That's what I'm shooting for.
That's perfect, yeah. You're on the right track.
Yeah, that's my goal. So,
are you familiar with the love languages, like the various types of love languages? You know, are you more moved by acts of service or verbal communication or gifts, that kind of thing?
I don't know.
Brian never took a love language quiz.
I don't know what a love language is.
Katie never got caught up in that.
I never heard of it.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it's like crazy. It's by like a crazy Christian freak, but
we still love it though.
When I learned, I think it actually could be a fun. I think it could be a fun Holy Boys episode. But the thing is, I learned that verbal communications, affirmations of my boyfriend saying "I love you," to me translate more than something like him buying me something. And I know that for me, something that helps combat my negative self-talk is that I will ask him, because I was very self-conscious about my body, even though I've gained a tremendous amount of weight while being with him, but him communicating what he finds attractive about me or what my friends like about me. That helps me personally, but I don't know what your form of communication is, obviously.
No idea.
But I know that's what has helped me personally. Yeah.
I'm currently trying to take the quiz, but I don't know how long it is. So if I get it done by the time we're done, I will say it on the air.
We'll figure out what your love language is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for calling, Anna. I appreciate it. It's fun to, you got to talk to Sporty Brian, Sporto.
Yeah.
I'm here.
He's like the only
sporty
non-bro. He's like the only sporty that isn't a bro. It's great.
That's right. Well, I hope to someday be a bro too. No, I'm kidding.
No, do not do that. Don't do that. But thank you so much for having me on.
Yeah, thanks for calling.
A good one.
Oh, that's
I mean, you know what? I enjoy negative self-talk too, but only because it makes me laugh. Like a lot of times when I'm running, I'm just like, I want to give up. And I'm like, don't you fucking give up, you piece of shit. Like, I just really love to degrade myself, but I'm doing it more out of a laughing way. I'm trying not to believe any of that stuff.
I believe it though. Like everything I say in my head, that Again, you know, we've talked about this on the show before. Like, all the bad stuff I think I believe, and all the good stuff I think I don't believe. Like, that's been my problem often. Yeah,
I think through my own journey, and like I said, I feel like I know where you're at on the journey in the beginning here. And then also with reading books and talking to nutritionist friends, listening to the maintenance phase. Like, you know, your body image is something that can't be changed overnight. And like, maybe you have your belly forever because you're that size, and it's not a big deal. And like, most of this stuff is because we hate fat people and we're afraid of fat people and think that they like failed at all of this stuff, you know? But really what it should be, and which you've identified, is like, you want to be able to lift heavier weights. And that's the only reason to lift weights, is because I want to be able to lift a heavier one. Not because it's going to make me look like this ideal or make me a good person or anything. It's just a way to advance the idea, you know, advance the process of lifting more weights, you know? Exactly.
I agree. I mean, I will know when the weight level goes up. I'll feel good. And eventually, I mean, you know, muscles will grow and maybe I'll feel better, but
I also agree with the caller though when they said about doing it for health as well, is that like, everybody knows I'm a big back pain person, so I do have people from time to time come to say like, hey, what do you recommend for this or that? And I tell everybody, like, you got to work out. That's the only way. Straining your back is the only way to retain your back muscles. Like, if you get injured and you stop using them because you're afraid, like, they go away. So you got to work out for that stuff. Stay mobile. It's important because, you know.
Yeah. Basically,
here's the thing. One day, all of us are never going to have the strength, aren't going to have the strength to sit on the toilet, and someone else is going to be wiping your ass. So you want to train so that you put that off for as long as possible.
Yes.
That's what I feel that I want to do, is be able to sit down and stand up off the toilet until I can't. But I want that to be 70 or 80.
Yeah, mobility is really important to me. Being able to move and move fast is important to me. So,
yeah.
We got any more calls?
One last more to go.
All right, we got this.
Whatever that means. Thanks for calling Street Fight. Who are we talking to tonight?
Yeah, hey, this is Skip.
Skip, what's going on?
Skibbity bop.
Not much, guys. Long time, first time.
Appreciate it.
I was calling in tonight. Yeah, calling in tonight because I working with Central Ohio Food Not Bombs, and we are looking for. We've been working out of a church. And we've got to move, and so we're looking for a new location or locations. So wanted to put that out here to see if anybody has any ideas. And,
yeah, I saw that. I saw that it was being moved. The building got sold? Is that what happened? The old building?
Yeah, it's getting sold. It's in the process, so we've got to be out by the end of the month.
And so you need a new place to store things.
Yeah, so we're looking for a space to put possibly a large or possibly a smaller walk-in refrigerator, or possibly a couple of just kind of like regular like home refrigerators. You know, we're looking for really anybody who is willing to help out and has space. And can provide it either for free or for a pretty minimal amount of money. Basically, just, you know, we're able to cover utility costs, but not much more than that.
For sure. Yeah.
And if anybody has any ideas, wants to contact us, we're at centralohfnb@gmail.com.
All right.
Perfect. centralohfnb@gmail.com.
We'll put it in the show notes too.
Yep. Oh, awesome.
All right. Well,
hey, one more thing.
Oh,
for Brian.
Okay. What's up,
Brian? What's the proper protocol for seeing Brian on one of your walks?
You're probably gonna have to wait about a week and a half, 2, because I have not been on a walk recently. because I'm Jim Rat. I'm sporty. I wear the thing now, but just yell out to me. Say hello.
If they see you, what do they do?
Really?
Honestly, just
he loves it. He texts everybody. Oh, somebody just said street fight as I was walking down the street.
Just yell street fight or yell Brian, and I will. It doesn't freak me out. Is what I'm saying. I think the thing that people are more afraid of is people get to be more. People are a little more afraid to approach you and stuff like that. It's just much easier for you to yell Brian, and I'll be like, that's probably somebody that.
Yeah, keep a small, like a pocket-sized Lego set in your bag or something. If you see them, you can just hand over a little Lego set or something.
I love Lego.
Like a Bionicle or something.
Yeah. $3,750 for ketamine transfusion and also
the Titanic
Lego set.
That's a
what
good
I'm
idea.
For.
That's smart, man. That's what I would do. It sucks when you have to raise money for health stuff because you're like, I wanted that money for cool stuff too, though. Like if I had $3,000, I wouldn't spend it on my health.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, just yell out at me and I will wave to you. And if you're walking by, you just say, hey, Brian, and I will stop and I'll talk to you if we're in that situation. Just keep in mind, if I don't respond, I'm constantly always listening to stuff.
Right on.
All right. Well, thanks for calling.
Right,
hopefully I'll see you out there. As soon as it's above 65 degrees, I'll be out every day.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to see me.
Hey, and if you got the last bag of jail bites, maybe that's also another way to get them to come over. Just start waving those out the window.
Yeah, if you get some gel bites.
Yeah, maybe if we find a place for our fridge, we can store some gel bites.
Should. I mean, the people would love the gel bites. Oh, they're not vegan.
Yeah, they're not.
I wish they were. All right. Well, thanks for calling. Go home and watch the rest of this mania. WrestleMania.
I have to go record Minion Death Call. I'm about to go record.
I got to record.
I got one more tall boy to go for that show.
Yeah, I got to go to the doctor in the morning. So I'm trying to run home, you know.
Well, thanks for calling in and message me. I want to help more. So message me with some info on what you need, and I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, personally, I'm on Twitter at Make Cbus Weird. Brett, I think you follow me actually.
Okay, cool.
Southern
that sounds familiar.
So I'll shoot you a message, and appreciate any help you guys can give us.
Cool.
All right. Well, it's good to hear from you, and we'll try to get you some help.
Peace.
So, okay, everybody, real quick before we get out of here.
You found your love language?
Physical touch, 32%.
Okay.
Words of affirmation, 29%.
That makes sense.
Quality time, 23%.
Makes sense.
Acts of service, 13%.
Right.
Receiving gifts, 3%.
That's interesting because, well, I don't know. I guess I don't know how you think about it. But I thought you were more acts of service guy.
What's acts of service?
Doing things for other people. I'm an acts of service person. Big problem with my marriage was that, like, I was doing all of the laundry and all of the dishes and, like, so many of the chores. And that was supposed to be like, Jesus Christ, lady, I fucking like you. Why do you think that I don't like you? Why do you think I don't love you? Why are you questioning this? And she liked other stuff. She definitely had a different love language than me. And acts of service is like my number one. I mean, I immediately will go out of my way to do stuff for people that I'm in love with.
I do that too, but I do it in a bad way.
Okay, so yeah.
Like more of a like, I'm fucking doing the laundry. She can't yell at she can't.
Yeah, you do it in the you do it in a toxic way.
Yeah. I'm really I like words of affirmation and gifts not I don't think anybody over like 25 is like gift driven.
I like gifts.
I mean, but like it's important.
Yeah, it's been a good. Rachel got me some stuff that like really changed my. She got me a griddle for my kitchen that goes between two burners. And
those are nice.
Oh my fucking god! Every time I break it out, it's like I would have never. I don't think I ever would have thought to buy that. You know. And she gave it to me, and every day I make breakfast on that thing. I'm like, this is the fucking best. Like I can totally throw down on a flat top.
I'm actually trying to go buy. God, if I didn't spend that $500 today like that, I would have loved to. We were looking at griddles yesterday, the outdoor ones.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm just such a coward
They're so
when
nice.
it comes to. What am I gonna do? Make a cheeseburger every 3 weeks on it? You know,
Why
it's
not?
it's like my smoker. I rarely use that. So
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm a gift person. People like to get me gifts because I like to put on a show when I get gifts. Like I still roll around on the ground and stuff, you know. I definitely want to be known as a person that loves gifts because, like, yeah, I'll give you whatever you want.
I mean, I'm not saying I don't like gifts.
No, I get it. Yeah.
There's also like an immense pressure with gifts. I think in a weird way that.
Yeah, you also are like you now just want to give people cash instead of gifts. So I can understand why you got a 3% on that.
Yeah, I'm a 3%er.
Yeah.
Only 3% of people will admit they don't like gifts.
Thanks for listening to Street Fight. We'll see you on Wednesday night. I think we're gonna be in studio again.
I plan to be here.
I'll be here. Come hang with us, twitch.tv/StreetFightRadio. Find more of what we do at patreon.com/StreetFightRadio. Get access to hundreds of bonus shows and episodes. Holy Boys, Heat O'Brien, American Podcast, Teen Fight Radio, Shocktober, all of that. You get access to it immediately. You get access to a private feed. If you go, so maybe some of you don't know, some people don't, I get it. Patreon gives you a bonus feed that you just put right into your podcast player. You never have to go to patreon.com after you sign up. You sign up, you get the feed, you plug it into your podcasting app, and you get an extra Street Fight every single week with us doing, you know, the fun shit instead of the sad stuff like the person at the beginning, said. Well, we'll see you on Wednesday. Peace.